So before we start, two announcements. First announcement, you already heard, yoga for cookies today. So you'll get a treat after class. And I mentioned that in, I think, one of my other classes, yoga for cookies. And I put a link on my YouTube channel in the description of that class, and I actually got some orders. So I'll put the website in the description again, so you can take a look at all the things we have to offer at onecakewonder.com. And the second announcement is I finally decided on the song I'm going to use for my monthly yoga dance class. So it's going to be on the fourth Friday of each month. So it'll start in February. It'll be the February 28th, the last day of the month. February 28th, it's a Friday evening. And the song that we're going to do, and I started choreographing to it today, is Aquarius from the musical Hair. So we're going to do that song. So I'm going to choreograph a vinyasa flow, all yoga, to that song. And I forgot my flyer, but I'll have it up tomorrow. And so whenever you come to class, you'll be able to see that and be able to register for the class. But it's not until the end of February. And I'll put that on the description as well, a link to the event. It's a yoga dance class that I'm doing here at the studio. All righty, let's start. Let's begin in mountain pose. So we'll begin our practice here. As you make your way up to standing, just settle in. You might do that with a few deep breaths. Nice full inhale, filling up your lungs. And a complete exhale, just a nice release. Letting it all go. Let your shoulders relax. Even a little circle of the shoulders. Do that again. Nice full inhale where you fill yourself up. Maybe a little tension in the body, but when you exhale, let it all go. A nice release and kind of shake it loose. Good. Just continue with slow, steady breaths. Feel free just to remain in stillness with eyes closed or opened, or continue to add some movement as a way of checking in with your body, noticing how you're feeling today, how your practice can assist you today. Slow, steady breaths. Mindful breathing. Feeling that breath just resonate through your entire body. And if you can't feel that actually happening, just imagining that's happening. On your next inhale, just feel breath rising upward to fill your lungs. Yeah, nice expansive feeling, perhaps a stretch across your chest. And with this exhale, as you're able, draw your belly button in towards your spine to engage the abdominal lock. Again, breathing in, feeling tall, a good length in the spine. Fill your lungs. In the exhale, draw navel in, a light contraction of your abdominal muscles. Feeling this connection to your center body. Maybe do that a few more times, just holding in stillness, mindfully breathing. Go ahead and take 3 more breaths, holding here in your mountain pose, preparing your body to move. When you're ready, inhale and extend your arms overhead. Treat it like a good stretch all the way up. And exhale, fold forward, so a good hinge from your hips. Bend your knees as much as you need to, and just guide your way down towards your toes. And inhale, slide your hands up to your shins or your knees to extend your spine. Only rise up halfway to a flat back. On the exhale, feel free to stay here or slowly slide back down to a forward fold. And just pause at any point. Wherever you are, just notice how this feels in your body, what sensations are arising, perhaps down through your legs, getting a good stretch in your hamstrings, your lower glutes, even just down your back. A nice curvature of the spine. A heaviness there too, perhaps. Gravity drawing you downward. And even just let your arms hang loose if you'd like. Circle the shoulders, shake them out. Or if you want to add a little bit more weight to your body, perhaps hold on to opposite elbows, and that might draw you down a little deeper if that feels good. Right here or right here. Let's have the camera. Good, thanks everybody. Let's return to a halfway lift. So shift your weight into your heels, bend your knees, then slide your hands up to your shins or knees and hold here, that halfway lift. Long spine. Replant your feet into the earth. Keep a softness in your knees. And perhaps notice the engaged legs. Let's finish standing by shifting weight again into the heels. Bend your knees to lower your hips, then lift your upper body. With an inhale, extend your arms out and then up, reaching up, big stretch. On the exhale, you can bring your hands together and down to your heart, or bring your arms down to your side, either one for your mountain pose. Just pause here, return to your breath. That's our half salute to the sun, so we'll just repeat that sequence. Moving at your own pace, inhale, reaching out and up. And exhale, fold forward. Another good hinge from your hips, bend your knees. Just take your time, going partially down or all the way. Inhale, slide your hands up to your shins or knees. Long, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Right back down we go. Still moving, shifting weight into the heels. Bend your knees. Let's lift up our body. And inhale, extend your arms out and up. Reach a bit higher as you're able. Exhale, hands to heart or arms down to your side. Very nice. Just pause for a moment here. Return to the sensation and the sound of your breath, continuing to allow it to resonate and move freely through your entire body. Let it guide you through your practice. Let's continue. Inhale, reaching all the way up. Good energy in your hands and fingers. Exhale, swan dive forward. That's our hinging of the hips with soft knees as you guide your way down. Then inhale, rise up halfway to a flat back, a little tabletop here. On the exhale, bend your knees all the way down we go to plant your hands onto your mat near the top edge of your mat and walk or step or even hop the feet back to plank pose. Holding for a moment just to experience the length in the body as well as the strength in your body here. We'll take a breath in, and this exhale will bend the knees slightly and send the hips up into the air. This first time we'd like to take a shortcut to downward facing dog. Just feel the head and chest sink between the arms as needed. Maybe adjust your feet on your mat, even your hands, and just settle into your pose. And once you've made your full arrival in the posture, you can just stay here in stillness, feel the breath, or add movement here. Yeah, you might pedal your feet. Good. Pressing one heel down as the other heel lifts. Feel that good stretch in your toes and your calves, getting some lengthening in the legs here. You can just hold the posture, but if you get fatigued, feel free just to come down to your knees so you can rest your hands. Moving from here, take a nice full breath in, fill up your lungs. On the exhale, draw navel to spine, bend your knees, walk, step, or hop. Both feet return to the top of your mat. Once you're here, inhale, rise up halfway. Feel the top of your head lead you forward so you can feel the extension of your spine. And exhale, refold. Nice melting sensation. Here, shift your weight into your heels, bend your knees. Let's inhale and rise up all the way. Extending arms into the sky. On the exhale, take chair pose. We're just going to keep this moving, sitting back and down into an imaginary seat. Yeah, a weight shift into the hips and heels. Toes can lift. You can tap them perhaps. Good balance as your hips reach back, arms reach forward. Here we go. Breathe in. And the exhale to dive out of your chair, down towards toes, forward fold. And inhale, rise up halfway. We'll call it monkey pose. Exhale, fold, bend knees, hands to the earth. Hop, step, or walk, feet back, plank pose. Another pause right here. Now that first time you took that shortcut to down dog, you're certainly welcome to do that again. And anytime. Or with your exhale, finish the push-up. Bend elbows, squeeze them in towards your ribs. Yes, you can bring the knees to the floor first, then chest. Find a back bend here. It could be a low cobra or upward facing dog or something in between. And exhale, tuck your toes under, send your hips into the skies, your head and chest sink between your arms. Adjust your feet, adjust your hands, settle into the pose. Do another pedaling of the feet. Press one heel down, other heel lifts. Really feel that stretch in the calf muscles. And just one more on each side. And get ready for our first lunge. When you're ready, inhale, extend right leg up behind you. Nice, strong, straight line. Exhale, step right foot to the top of the mat. Once landed, turn left heel to the floor behind you. Be sure to shift your weight back into that foot so there's balance between the feet here. So you can easily lift your hands, reach forward, rising up. We'll pause just for a moment in Warrior One. Good, yeah, nice extension of the arms up. Lunge forward. Good, yes, nice alignment. Right knee and toes pointing forward, lifting up. Let's breathe in. Exhale, hinge and fold. We'll plant the hands into the earth. Slide right foot back, plank pose. And just finish the sequence as you'd like. You take that shortcut to down dog or modify the push-up coming down to your belly. Opening up through the heart for your back bend. Then exhale, downward facing dog. So each time you make it to plank pose, you can choose how you get to your down dog. Other side when you're ready. Inhale, extend left leg up. Strong straight line. Yes, exhale, left foot to the top of the mat. Take your time. Right heel to the earth behind you. Root back, finding balance. You have light hands so you can hinge from hips and rise up, reaching into the air. You can always modify your arm posture if you need to here. Bent elbows, perfect. Or straight arms, even wide arms like that. We'll breathe in. And the exhale, folding. Return to the earth, plant the hands strongly. Slide left foot back to meet the other. And again, just complete your series as you'd like. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Let's do a little floor work here. So gently come down to your knees. Sit back briefly into hero. Sit off to the side. We're going to swing the legs around to the front. Start here in staff pose, so straight legs. Activate your feet by flexing your feet just to energize the legs. If you can, keep them straight, but if they need to bend, if your knees need to bend, then bend them. Hands to the floor by your hips, just to assist the long torso. Just press into the floor, yeah, so you get nice and tall. And as you're able, roll the shoulders back, squeezing shoulder blades together behind you. So you have a nice open heart. Long neck, looking directly forward. Again, energized feet. This is our staff pose. We're going to take a forward fold. So maintain this good lift in the upper body. We'll free the hands, then inhale, reach into the air. Exhale, hinge forward just a little bit, and then bring your hands down to your legs. We'll continue to breathe in, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, just carefully, slowly, just make your way down the legs. At any point, your back may begin to round, that's fine. Also, bend the knees as you need to, so you just create a little bit more space in the body so you can go a little deeper if that's what you would like to do. You don't have to reach your feet. Maybe your hands are right there at your shins or ankles. Just find that space that feels good to you and the sensations you want to create. We do want to get some stretch and lengthening in the hamstrings. Even if your knees are bent, you'll still feel that stretch. You might experience a nice stretch through your back, especially if your back is rounded and you're going a little deeper, reaching out further. Maintaining some deep breaths here. Good. Let's take 3 more breaths. After your third breath, just free your hands. Then we'll all inhale, rise up, reach into the air. A little extra reach here at the top. Then exhale, bring your hands back down to your side. Just that quick return to a staff pose to straighten the legs. Long spine, shoulders back. All right, from here, we're going to lie down. So you might need to scoot forward so you have space behind you. Go ahead and roll down onto your back. Draw knees into chest. This will start to get that stretch out of the legs for a moment. Add some movement as it feels good. Aware of your hips, your back. Even circle your feet. Flex and point and circle. So we're going to move into a back bend, bridge pose. So when you're ready, go ahead and plant your feet into the mat. Good, nice secure connection. Full breath in, fill up your lungs. You can exhale through your mouth so you can feel the air leave your belly. Using that action to help lift hips up into the air. You can just lift a little bit if you want to. If you happen to have a block, you can slide a block underneath you to sit on, or use your hands to sit in. Or just continue rising until you, again, create the sensation you want. Your front body and your back body. So front body, you might feel your thighs, hips, nice open belly and chest. Underside, if you're lifting high enough, you might be able to engage your glutes. You'll feel the hamstrings engage. Let's take 3 more breaths in our bridge pose. Nice opening for the whole front body. After your third breath, we need to make space to get out of the pose. You might wiggle the feet forward a little bit, extend your arms up into the air, and then roll your way down to the floor. Nice soft landing. Go ahead and draw knees into chest here. With an exhale, rock your way up to seated, or if you need to, roll to your side and then press yourself up to seated. We'll come to boat pose here. Set yourself up for boat. I typically start with heels on the floor with feet flexed, knees bent, hold onto the legs. Just like staff pose, I want to ensure a lengthened spine. So I just pull myself up and exhale to lean back. And you certainly don't have to lean back too far to get the engagement you want. This could be your pose right here, just like this. Or maybe you want to go a little deeper, challenging your own body. Lean back, allowing the feet to lift up off the floor. Maybe shins come parallel if the knees are bent. You might start to extend the legs a little bit. You can always hold on or free the hands, okay? Or you can always come back to a different version of the posture. Okay? Good core strength here. We're going to breathe in and exhale. Cross legs, hands in front or to the side so you can get your legs and feet back behind you. Just make your way to plank pose. Return to this nice, strong, straight line. Let's all take a shortcut to down dog. Bend your knees and hips to sky. Let's do another pedaling of the feet here. Stretch the calves. One more on each side. And our second lunge series. When you're ready, inhale, extend right leg up behind you. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat, returning to a warrior one setup. Left heel to the floor, balanced. Right hands reach forward, rise up. And exhale, opening to your left. Bring your arms down to parallel. You'll be in warrior two. Yeah, adjust your feet so you have good stability, good balance here. Perfect. Right knee and toes pointing forward. Nice lunge. Feel tall, outstretched arms. Very active here. There it is. Side angle pose. Reaching forward to angle the upper half of your body. Yeah, then rotate your arm. So right arm reaching downward, left hand up. The hand, your right hand does not have to touch the floor. It might, but it doesn't have to. Good. Nice opening here. Feel the opening of your heart, chest, hips. Stay here, but bring left hand down behind you, perhaps just to your low back. If you're able, maybe you can reach all the way around your body to touch your right hip or right thigh with your fingers. A couple more breaths. And with an inhale, we'll re-extend the left hand up into the air. Exhale, turn, fold, bring your hands back down to the ground. Slide right foot back, plank, quick pause. Just for the body realignment.
Another shortcut to down dog. Soft knees, hips to sky. Inhale now to extend left leg up into the air. Nice strong straight line. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat. Landing, right heel to the earth. Find balance. Take your time with these transitions. You don't have to rush. Reach forward and rise up. Exhale, opening to your right. Warrior 2, arms down to parallel. Yes, adjust your feet. Yeah, you might take them wider. That right foot and leg might turn outward just to maintain some good opening in that hip. Side angle, reaching forward through the left hand. Yes. Rotate the arms, reach high and low, but remember you can stay up high in the pose. Your hand or arm could actually rest on the thigh. That's fine. Breathe in, reach towards ceiling, but on the exhale, bring right hand down behind you. It could be right hip or onto your low back or mid back, or around your body towards the left hip or thigh. Wonderful. Here's our inhale, re-extending right arm all the way up into the air. Good openings. Exhale, turn, return to the earth, plant your hands, slide left foot back, plank pose. You can always take a shortcut here or complete that full series with Chaturanga Dandasana, the bottom of the push-up. Find a back bend, up dog or cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Let's return to standing. So a nice full breath in. Exhale, bend to knees, walk, step, or hop. Both feet up to the top of your mat. You'll be in forward fold. Inhale, long spine, halfway lift. On the exhale, come back to a forward fold. Actually, let's stay here for a moment in forward fold. Releasing head and neck. Maybe you can see the wall behind you if you're peeking between your knees. We're going to add a little bit more to this. First, bring your hands behind the legs. They might be right at your calves or below the calves towards ankles or heels. And then lean forward slightly so you can feel the weight shift towards your toes. You might need to grip your mat with your toes so you don't fall over. Stay here, but you'll inhale. Just try to extend your spine. You might not lift or move a lot. Just extend it. With the exhale, because hands are behind the legs, just draw yourself down carefully, a little deeper into this forward fold. And of course, knees can be very bent for this. 2 more breaths. Coming out of the pose, we shift the weight back into the heels. Bend the knees, lower the hips. Lifting upper body, maybe bring hands to thighs. Push into thighs to help lift upper body. Then arms out and up with an inhale, extended mountain pose. We're going to keep this moving. On the exhale, bring your arms out and down, and then behind you like this. Just reach to the back corners of your mat. So very active hands here. Okay, reaching, maybe open the palms. And even feel or roll the shoulders back, more opening across the chest. There you go. And be aware if your shoulders feel lifted, see if you can drop and pull. Okay, stay here, or if you're able, interlace your fingers. Even if you come here but it gets uncomfortable, just release it, okay? But here, same thing. Maybe your knuckles are reaching down towards your heels. Roll shoulders back, squeeze shoulder blades together. We're going to bend the knees, just let them jet forward a little bit. Inhale, fill up the lungs, and exhale, just tip over a little bit so you'll be in a chair-like position. Not too far, just right about here is good. And so your folded hands, they might be resting on your body, or maybe just half an inch off the body, or just more away from you towards the back edge of your mat, depending on how this feels in your shoulders. 2 more breaths. Good. Okay, lower your hands to your back so you can release the fingers. Stand tall. Inhale, extend both arms up. And exhale, swan dive forward. Let's continue our flow. Inhale, monkey pose. That's our halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bent knees, hands to the floor. Hop or step back, plank pose. Come down if you'd like to. Chaturanga Dandasana. Elbows hug in towards ribs. Inhale, up dog. Even here, shoulders roll back to open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, a tiny tiptoe forward with both feet, just a little bit. Because here we're going to have you press both heels towards the floor. They don't have to touch the floor, but just feel that press. And then rise up onto the toes, lifting the heels. And then just kind of find a neutral place for the feet. Now inhale, extend the right leg up into the air. You're going to do the exact same thing. Left heel presses towards the floor. Feel the stretch. Make sure your hands are pressing strongly into the mat. Strong, straight arms. Lift up on tiptoes. Inhale here. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. We're going to a high lunge. So stay on your tiptoes behind you. Heel stays lifted. Feel the shifting of weight to find balance. Float your arms into the air right here. Reach high, lunge low, yes. And there's our high lunge. Okay, from here, moving into triangle. This is how I like to set it up. So we're going to rise up to straighten the legs here. Pivot left heel to the floor. You'll turn to the left. Bring your arms down to parallel. Adjust your feet if you need to. Okay, good. Triangle pose. So we're reaching out over the straight right leg. Good. Right hand down, left hand up. Yeah, as best as you can. We're straightening the right leg so you can get a stretch in the hamstrings of that leg. That's it, yeah. Adjust your body if you need to. Again, you can be up high on the body or hand. Your right hand might be by your knee or thigh, okay? Coming out of the pose, bend your right knee so we're in a lunge. Good. Rise up, pass through warrior two, and reverse your warrior so your right hand is reaching up and away. Good. A little side stretch there. Okay, big windmill or cartwheel out of the pose, around and down to the floor in front. Step back, plank pose. Complete your series. Don't forget you have that shortcut as an option. You don't have to do all these push-ups, but we'll always meet in down dog. Okay, the tiny tiptoe forward, pressing heels, both heels into the earth. Feel the stretch. Again, hands are strongly pressing into the earth. Rise up onto tiptoes, lift. Then come to a neutral place with the feet. Let's do the left leg into the air. So inhale, extend left leg up, hold it there. Same thing with the right heel. Press towards the ground. Rise up onto tiptoes, lift the heel. Stay here, inhale. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat, high lunge. Right heel stays lifted. Shifting body weight back. Take your time, find that balance until hands are light enough for you to rise up. Yeah, let's take some balance here. Reach high, lunge low. Good strength and stretching in the legs. Okay, we're going to grow tall. Lift, just straighten the legs. Pivot right heel to the floor. You'll turn sideways. Arms to parallel. Adjust the feet if you need to. It's okay to bring the feet closer here. No worries. Yeah, reach out over your left leg. Rotate the body. There's our triangle pose. Yes, good. Good variations. Yep, just keep checking in with your body. Makes those adjustments. Love it. All right, coming out of the pose, let's bend the left knee so we have leverage in this lunge. Coming up through warrior two, reverse your warrior. There it is, reaching left hand up, maybe slightly back behind you for a nice side stretch and side bend. And then our cartwheel out of the pose, around and down to the floor. Plant the hand, slide left foot back, finishing your flow. A moment in down dog, preparing to return to the top of the mat. Full breath in. Exhale, walk, step, or hop both feet up to the top of the mat. Again in forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold all the way down. Weight shift into the heels. Bend your knees.
Extend your arms out to the side. As you inhale, grow tall. We're just going to keep this moving. Okay, exhale, same thing with the arms. You're going to bring them out and down and behind you. Reach, shoulders back, even squeeze shoulder blades together as you're able. And once again, interlace fingers. Roll shoulders back. Be sure they're down away from your ears. Little bend of the knees. Let's just let them jet forward. We'll inhale, puffing up of the chest. Exhale into a little chair pose right here. So just mimicking or just repeating what we did a little earlier. Let's see if we can go a little deeper. Inhale, more length in the spine. Fingers reaching for the back edge of the mat. Exhale, bend the knees more, lower your body. Maybe belly reaches the thighs. And as you're able, tip over. So head starts to tip down. Folded fingers start to reach up. Now, it is okay if the hands are just resting on your back or barely lifting off the back. It just depends on your shoulders. And if you need to, free the hands. Just reach behind you with free hands. If your fingers are folded, just bring them down to your back so you can release the fingers, let the arms drop. Maybe shake out the shoulders. We're going to do one more thing while we're down here. A little slight lean into the heels so you can lift your toes or tap your toes so they're light here. You're going to make peace fingers with your hands. Okay, middle and index fingers, peace. Okay, and then you're going to lift the toes so you can hook those peace fingers around your big toe. Your thumb touches the tip of your big toe. It's like a mudra with your hands and feet. Now with this hold, we're going to inhale, try to extend spine. Try to come forward. Exhale, a little pull of the toes, drawing yourself downward. At any time, if this is way too much, we've been in a forward fold a long time, perfectly fine to come out of the pose. Even lean forward a little bit. 3 more breaths. Okay, rolling back towards the heels so you can free your fingers. Let's take a monkey pose, a halfway lift, sliding up the legs to extend spine. And all the way down we go. Exhale, bend knees, hands to the earth, hop or step back, plank pose, hold and plank so the body can straighten out after that forward fold. Take a shortcut to down dog. Let's inhale, extend right leg up behind you. Let's open the hip here. Bend your knee, bringing the heel down towards your backside. And then lift that right knee up slightly, just a little bit. It just creates a little twist in the spine, helping to open the hips to the right side of the room. Again, press hands firmly into the ground. Strong arms. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind, step through. Right foot at the top of the mat, left heel to the earth behind you. So grounded feet, find balance. Reach forward, rise up. Exhale, opening to your warrior 2. Adjust your feet. Okay, something new here. Okay, stay right where you are. Warrior 2, extended arms. You're going to inhale, reach more through your arms. Exhale, bring arms down behind you. Either free hands or interlace fingers as you're able. Knuckles reach for the ground. Shoulders roll back, squeeze shoulder blades together. Now turn your torso, your whole upper body, towards this left corner of the room. We'll inhale, tip chin up, open the heart. Exhale, fold, and you might just stop right at the thigh right here. So your body, the side of your body, your belly might touch your thigh. Perfect, that's fine, stay here. Or if you like, swing away from the leg and go lower and deeper. For our humble warrior pose. Yes. Good. 3 more breaths. Bring those folded fingers down to your low back. Release the fingers down to the floor, the top of your mat. Rise up onto your tiptoes behind you so everything's nicely aligned. Push hands into the earth so you can slide or pull this right foot back, plank pose.
Chaturanga Dandasana here. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to repeat right leg. Inhale, right leg up into the sky. Right foot to the top of the mat, high lunge. Left heel stays lifted. Find your centering first, then rise. Reaching into the air. Pause for a moment to arrive in the pose. We're going to rise up. Same thing. Straighten the legs. Pivot left heel to the floor. Turn sideways, arms to parallel. Stay here. We're doing something new here. Okay, instead of triangle here, turn your right foot so it's facing the same direction as your heart and your left foot. And if your feet are staggered, just adjust your feet so they're nicely aligned underneath you. I just call this a star pose, okay? Now you're going to inhale, reach out, get tall. On the exhale, bend your knees a little, draw the belly in, and then fold. And just let the hands or fingers reach the ground. Finish the fold. Inhale, rise to fingertips to extend the spine, maybe lifting enough to find that extension here. Then exhale, fold. We'll just hold here. So our first wide leg forward fold. Make any adjustments. You can certainly take the feet wider if that feels good. Knees can be bent. They don't have to be straight, that's for sure. You might add a little bit of movement. Perfect. The wide leg forward fold not only hits those hamstrings, but gets the outer and inner legs. All right, 2 more breaths here. Once again, rise to fingertips to extend the spine. We're going to hold here. Bend the knees quite a bit. Let your hips drop like you're sitting. You're almost like in a huddle or a squat right here. Free your hands. They should be light to extend your arms out to the side like airplane wings. Feel the strength in the legs here. Then stand up to your star shape. Stay there, okay? Arms out to the side. Inhale, reach out again with the arms. On this exhale, bring hands to hips, right here. Okay? They probably came in right into the side. You're going to kind of take them a little bit behind you so you can roll the shoulders back easily. Already get into the dynamic of feeling like you're trying to push your pelvis down, okay? Push. And at the same time, feel like you're really tall. Okay? Inhale, push pelvis down, get tall. Exhale, pull belly in, bend knees, and fold. You're going to keep your hands on your hips. At some point, you might be able to feel like you can push your hips towards the wall directly behind you. Maybe you'll pause about parallel to the floor. Again, hands on hips, push them to the wall behind you while your crown, the top of your head, leads forward. If you can fold a little deeper, go ahead. Just seeing if you can maintain that straight spine. Yes. It's a very dynamic position. Rolling the shoulders back, squeezing shoulder blades together. Yes, feeling like your elbows are trying to meet each other at center. Nice. Next, inhale. Just hinge your way back up to a tall body. Release the hands out to the side, your star shape. Okay? Turn right foot forward, lunging into Warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Right hand reaching up and away. Big windmill or cartwheel around and down to the floor in front. Step back, plank pose. Stay in plank. Strong straight line. Take a shortcut to down dog. Bent knees, hips to sky. Do that whole same sequence on the other side. Inhale, extend left leg up into the air. Bend and twist. You'll bend the knee, heel down towards backside. Lifting the knee creates a bit of a twist in the spine. Hip opener to the left side of the room. Press hands strongly into the ground. Straight arms, strong arms. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind. Step left foot to the top of the mat. Back to a Warrior 1. Right heel to the earth. Get balanced, secure, then move. Warrior 1. And exhale, opening to your Warrior 2. Adjust. Settle in. Full arrival. Moving into our humble warrior. So an inhale to really reach
More through the arms. On the exhale, arms come down behind you, interlace fingers. Knuckles reach for the ground. Shoulders roll back and together behind you, engaging the upper back body. Turn your upper body towards the right corner of the room. Inhale, tip chin up, open your heart. Exhale, fold. And again, your torso might just land at thigh, stay there, or swing away from the leg to go deeper. Very good. Humble warrior. Lots of energy in this posture. Your whole upper body is coming forward, that right leg and foot really rooted strongly into the ground for balance. Bring your folded fingers to your low back so you can release the fingers. Bring the hands to the floor. Rise up onto your tiptoes behind you so everything's nicely aligned. Strong press into the mat with the hands so you can slide left foot back, plank pose. Finish your push-up, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg again. Inhale, extending left leg straight up and back. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat for our high lunge. Right heel stays lifted. Do find center. Hinge your way up. Pausing for a moment to arrive in the posture. Let's rise up to straighten the legs. Pivot right heel to the floor, turn sideways, arms to parallel. Let's go back to that star shape. So yeah, turn your left foot so it's pointing in the same direction as your right foot. Adjust your feet underneath you. Okay. Here we'll inhale, reach out with the arms. Exhale, bring hands to hips again. Same pelvic movement with the hands. Push down to get tall. Okay? So we're going to inhale, lifting up the torso and spine. Exhale, pull belly in, bend knees, and start to fold, but go really slowly because you're going to free your hands. Reach out with your arms, make peace fingers, lift your toes, and as you get low enough, hook the big toes with your fingers. Inhale, extend the spine, and exhale, fold. Wonderful. Good. Now, depending on your flexibility, if you can't reach your toes, maybe hold on to the backs of your legs. Okay? If you're really flexible and your legs are kind of straight here and your hands are out there, your arms are out there, but your elbows need to bend, let them bend, but point them outward. That's it, just like that. Good. 3 more breaths. You're going to free the fingers, just get the hands underneath you. So you can inhale, rise to fingertips to extend the spine. Hold here. Weight shift into the heels. Bend the knees, take that low seat. So you can easily free your hands, extend them out to the side, airplane wings. Hold for a moment just to get that strength in the legs. And then we'll stand up tall, return to your star shape right here. We have one more fold to do. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, bring the arms down behind you, interlace your fingers. Knuckles reach for the floor, you know the drill. Roll the shoulders back, squeezing shoulder blades together. We'll inhale, tip chin up, heart rises. Exhale, pull belly in, bend the knees, and then fold. Take your time, because you can pause at any point. Maybe you're up high, okay? Maybe you made it to parallel with the floor. Maybe you made it past parallel. Okay. At some point, you might find your head just naturally drops, chin kind of tucked into chest. That's kind of a natural thing to do here. But instead, if that's the case, if chin is at chest, lift the head a little bit so you're looking straight down. That'll lengthen the spine, and that might even allow your arms to go even more over your head. When your chin is tucked, it binds the back and your shoulders, and they won't move. But if you align everything, especially that spinal area, you can go a little deeper.
With an inhale, see if you can maybe bend the knees and just hinge yourself all the way back up. Once you're tall, release your fingers, outstretch the arms, star shape. Wonderful. Let's turn left foot forward, lunging into the warrior two, and reverse your warrior. Left hand up into the air. And a big cartwheel out of the pose, around and down to the ground. Slide left foot back, plank pose. You can take a shortcut here, but feel free to move through a full vinyasa if you want to. Meeting in down dog. Just briefly in the down dog. Because we'll come to child's pose. So bring knees to the ground. Feel free to take the legs and knees a little bit wider in order for you to sit back and down. For the arms, you might start with arms out in front of you. Maybe an active reach and stretch if that feels good. You can certainly keep the arms there. But to relax the shoulders and arms, because you did a lot of shoulder work, bring the hands and arms alongside your body as if you're reaching for your shins or feet. That's it. That way, yeah, your head will have to rest on the floor, but it'll relax the shoulders. There you go. There it is. A wonderful opportunity to return to breath, softening of the body. Take about 3 more breaths, but take your time. And then slowly rise to hero pose, just lifting the upper body, just sitting on your haunches here, just for a moment so I can quickly demonstrate. We're going to go into an upside down posture. We'll do that from down dog. Let me give you some versions. So from down dog, if you're able, you might hop forward, crossing the legs here at the top, taking the seat, rolling back, and keep rolling until the legs and hips go up into the air. So it's using that momentum to get you to shoulder stand. Okay? Or even rolling down or just coming down onto your back. Even if you're not hopping forward, just where you are from hero, just sit off to the side, swing it around, okay, and then roll onto your back. So you can stay flat on your back, legs up. And if you have a block, plant the feet, get a block underneath you, sit on the block, extend the legs, alrighty? So downward facing dog, if you're gonna do the hop through, hopping to the top of the mat, cross legs, take a seat, roll down onto your back, keep rolling until legs and hips go into the air. Catch yourself in your hands, shoulder stand, or any other version of a leg extension. Play with this posture. First, maybe get the feet going. Flex, point, wiggle the toes, circle the feet. Maybe a little bicycle pedaling to get into the joints, your knees and hips. You can always keep the legs extended straight up or take them wide, kind of like our wide leg forward fold we did. Just getting into the inner legs a little bit here as well. An option to take the feet down behind you into plow. And about 3 more breaths. We're going to return to the earth. So if you're upside down, legs are up, just bend the knees so you can get the feet onto the floor. We're going to come to a back bend. So from shoulder stand, we often move into fish pose. I'll guide you into fish, but you're also welcome to take wheel pose or bridge pose that we did earlier. For fish, nice and flat on the ground like you're in Shavasana.
You're going to get your arms underneath you. You need to lift one side, get your arm underneath you. It's your shoulder and arm. You'll end up lying on your arms and sitting on your hands. Palms are down. Long legs, point your toes to activate the feet and legs. And then push elbows down into the floor with some force, lifting upper body, arching your back to create the back bend. The back or top of your head will lightly touch the ground, making sure your sternum is feeling lifted. So you have that lightness on your head and creating this back bend. Two more breaths. We're not going to hold it too long. If you are in fish, okay, lift the head, bring your chin towards your chest, lying down. Releasing your arms out from underneath you. When my battery gets low, that's my that's my alert. Draw knees to chest, hug them in, and then take a twist. Let's take the knees over to the left. Right arm extends to the right. You probably should say, "Feed me cookies, please," right? Couple more breaths on this first side. And when you do feel complete on that first side, bring knees back up to center. You might pause for a moment. And then take your rotation on the other side. Knees to the right, left arm extends to the left. A couple more breaths here. And then when you feel complete, just return to center. Now we kind of quickly went through those closing postures to leave you enough time to then move into any other pose that would feel good to you. So if you want to return to any of those poses, the back bends or the twist, please feel free. Or any other posture, maybe it's a hip opener or any kind of movement that would feel good to you at this moment. Nice. Take the time that you need. You might just pause for a moment, find stillness, so you can just listen to your body. Hear what it's saying to you, what it's needing at this moment. It might be a movement or a pose, doesn't necessarily have to be a yoga posture. And then when you feel complete, find stillness, find ease in your body. So that might be in Shavasana or any other position that would feel comfortable to you. Stay right where you are. No need to move just yet. Just an opportunity to fully settle into breath. Come back to your breath. Let the body just sink a little deeper into this relaxation and meditation. Remain in the stillness of your body. And if your mind began to wander, that's okay. Just take a deep breath to come back to this moment. Now take 5 slow, deep breaths. Using these breaths to bring energy back into your body. A new energy. Our moving practice can have the ability to provide a new source of strength, energy, and awareness. So breathe all that in. And after those 5 breaths, take another 5 breaths, this time starting to feel movement return to your body, converting that energy into physical movement. That movement might begin very deep within, so a subtle movement. But with each breath, just sending that energy outward to the external body. Slowly beginning to be aware of movement in your fingers and toes, your hands and feet. And just allowing that energy and movement to flow up your legs, your arms, your pelvis and torso, your neck and your head. And sometime after that 5th breath, carefully and slowly roll to one side of your body. Just moving into this nurturing pose, even take a moment here. And when you're ready, continue to move in slow motion and slowly rise, coming up to a seated position. Once you are in seated, take your time. Nice lengthened spine with relaxed shoulders. Your arms are also relaxed. Hands just resting in your lap or on your legs. You can just keep your hands where they are, or if you like, bring hands to heart center. Let's take one more full and complete breath in and out. And as we come to the close of our practice together, we bow, saying, Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching and participating in this yoga lesson. To help us with the channel so we can continue to bring you more content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's really appreciated. Namaste.